And now, ladies and gentlemen, we present the two and only Wayne and Shuster. Starring Johnny Wayne and his good buddy, Frank Shuster. And here they are.
Thank you very much.
You look like a very good audience.
Welcome to our show. And we'll pause now for a brief message.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Tonight, Wayne and Shuster present another in their special series of educational features designed to bring you a better understanding of the world we live in. The wonderful world of the world. Knowledge can bring us wisdom, understanding, and above all, a love for people. To be remembered for these qualities is all anyone can ask for. Fanny Hill. Tonight, the wonderful world of the world examines man on the move as we present a look at transportation. And now, here are your hosts, Johnny Wayne and Frank Shuster.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening. Welcome to the wonderful world of the world.
The well-known award-losing documentary.
Tonight we examine the saga of human transportation.
And what a thrilling story it is. From prehistoric days of the cave dwellers, when man couldn't get anywhere, until modern times, the age of the superhighways and freeways, when man still can't get anywhere.
How important is transportation to mankind? World-famous historian Dr. Toynbee put it this way.
I believe it's Turnby.
Oh. Well, whoever he is, here's what he had to say.
Without transportation, civilization as we know it would grind to a halt. Everything would have to be done on foot.
And then there's Dr. Shaw, who said,
"And what's wrong with that?"
To begin our study of transportation, let us return to the misty origins of time.
and bring a sleeping bag.
When cavemen roamed the earth, the wheel was invented.
Hi, Lord.
Hey, hello, Flip. Hello, Raquel.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm working on a new invention.
No kidding.
You remember last week I invented fire?
Do I remember? You burnt my whole cave down.
Well, that's my other invention.
What?
Central heating. Central heating. Laugh it up, Raquel. These are the jokes. Not that funny. Raquel is a true primitive.
Yes, I know. So, what exactly is this invention?
Oh, I call it a wheel.
A wheel?
Yeah.
So, why do you call it a wheel?
'Cause it's shaped like one, you prehistoric yo-yo.
Well, what does it do?
This is the greatest boon to humanity. This is going to make me rich.
Well, how does it work?
I'll show you. Brace your bets, ladies and gentlemen. That's for you, Piltdown Man was never noted for his sense of humor.
It was the ancient Greeks who first conceived the idea of air travel. Their mythology has gods who fly magically. Apollo, who drove the chariot of the sun.
Hermes, the messenger of the gods, wore wings on his cap and heels.
And there was Bacchus, the god of wine, who had his own way of flying.
Of all the great Greek legends, the most exciting one is the tale of Daedalus, the man who designed a set of wings for his son.
Go, Icarus, my son, break the chains that keep you earthbound. The first wings of man, take them and fly.
Farewell, my father.
One small step for man, but an Excedrin headache for Icarus. Today, in the 20th century, we have our contemporary mythology with modern legendary heroes who can fly, like Clark Kent.
Take me to Havana.
I thought we were through with those jokes.
That was the last one.
Don't count on it, senor.
The first mention of some form of transportation in the Bible is, of course, the story of the Ark. It was built by Noah, who sailed it and its cargo of creatures for 40 days and 40 nights. Excuse me, Noah.
Hey,
Can I talk to you, Noah?
just a minute. Quiet back there! That's better. What can I do for you?
Well, I just wanted to ask you how your trip was going.
Oh, splendid, splendid. The Ark is sailing along nicely.
Well, don't you find it dull?
Dull? What do you mean?
Well, you know, floating around for 40 days and 40 nights with nothing to do.
Nothing to do? Are you joking?
Well, thank you, Noah. I said thank you, Noah.
Throughout history, the teenager has always been interested in transportation. Even back in the time of King Solomon, teenagers were no different than they are today.
Father! Father!
Yes, what is it, son?
Can I borrow the camel tonight?
Oh, very well.
Oh, gee, thanks, Dad.
Kids today, I'll be happy when he marries 1,000 wives and settles down. No story of transportation would be complete without the mention of Cleopatra, whose famous barge is perhaps the most romantic ship in history.
My ship has sails that are made of silk. The decks are trimmed with gold. And of jam and spice, there's a paradise in the hold. My ship's aglow with 1,000,000 pearls, and rubies fill each bin. The sun sits high in a sapphire sky when my ship comes in.
Oh, one more time.
Cleopatra, of course, came to an untimely end. She was bitten by an asp. That's a snake.
Thanks.
Well, I just thought...
Please, please, any further dialogue would be redundant. And I might add, Baroque.
Shall I continue?
Please, quickly.
In ancient Rome, the method of travel by patricians was the litter, usually carried by 4 slaves.
The Romans called it lectaria, from the Latin lectus, a couch. And the emperors always traveled that way.
The Emperor has arrived! Hail, mighty Augustus Caesar! How was your trip in your new litter?
Terrible. The worst trip I ever had.
I don't understand.
Well, the floorboards were broken. I had to run all the way from Pompeii. Forward.
Of course, Rome, too, had its salesmen.
Yes, sir, folks. Happy Claudius here, speaking to you from our used chariot lot in downtown Herculaneum, just across from the House of 1,000 Delights. I'm inviting you to come on down and inspect our new and reconditioned chariots, like this beauty here, huh? Mint condition. It was driven twice a year by an elderly Vestal Virgin who used it to visit the Temple of Diana on high holidays. Here's the serial number, XVIIXLCDX.
Speaking of chariots, the most famous one of all was driven by the most famous charioteer of all.
I am Ben-Hur, the roughest, toughest charioteer of them all.
And how come you wear bracelets?
By the 17th century, the horse-drawn vehicle became the most popular method of travel.
Drivers sat directly behind the horses. In those days, that was one of the things you had to face.
In the Canadian West, it was a special breed of horse that carried a special breed of man, the Mountie.
Rosemary, Rosemary, Rosemary. Oh, Rosemary, I love you. I'm always thinking of you. No matter where I go, I can't forget you. Sometimes I wish that I had never met you.
Ah, shut up and get out of here.
All right. Come on, Rosemary.
And if I should lose you, 'twould mean my very life to me. Of all the queens that I would...
Stay tuned for more of the wonderful world of the world.
Oh, yeah!